Hey there guys, it's Rick here with AirgunWeb and Airgun Expo 2024. What is Airgun Expo? Well, it's a week where we bring together a bunch of really cool airgun content, whether products from vendors, manufacturers, all kinds of really cool stuff. Could be an optic, could be a compressor, could be a rifle, could be pellets, could be all kinds of cool stuff. We just take and focus the entire week on some really awesome airgun content. Now, if you want to learn more about anything you see on the videos that you're going to be watching, just go check it out at theairgunexpo.com. You can go to the Airgun Expo 2024 page. If you click on a logo, you go right to that company and learn about the products that we're showing off. Most of what you see on the page we're going to have here, and we're going to be shooting it and demoing it, either pre-recorded, which is what you're fixing to get ready to watch, is one of those videos, or live. So check the schedule, clear your calendar, save the date, all that kind of cool stuff, and join us here for Airgun Expo 2024. Hope to see you there. Today we've got two guns from Gamo, and these are kind of like Gamo classics, right? These are available on their website. We have the CFX, and over there, which I'll grab here in a minute, we have the Shadow Elite. Both are 22 caliber, single shot pellet guns. These are back old school air gunning days. Now, I'm gonna have some noise there, I apologize. That's our inverter powering the shed here, so I apologize for that. If it's coming through really, if it's annoying on the audio, I apologize. We'll do what we can to try to prevent it going forward. Anyway, we're going to shoot this. We're going to shoot the Shadow Elite. We're not doing reviews today, guys. We're just doing some demos, getting some basic numbers, having some fun, and we're going to be using our True Ballistics Crony here to get some Crony data, to get an idea of what we're doing. Now, with every spring gun we've got here at our elevations, 4,600 feet, it takes a hit on the velocity. So we do the best we can with what we got, but realize if you are at sea level, you're going to get better results than I'm getting here. So just know that. The difference depends on the gun, but it can be as much as 50 to 75 feet per second because of the elevation. Okay, so I've got this. I've got it set up. We're just running a test profile today, and let's see what kind of strings we can get, what kind of shots we can get, I should say. I know that this gun here is really designed optimally for just backyard fun. This is not a long-range gun by any stretch. It has a very deliberate cocking system. The one thing it does, which I really like, is it's a fixed barrel. So the way you run this gun, which is different than a break barrel, it's got an underlever cocking system. So once you've cocked it, go ahead and put your safety on. Go ahead and return it. Now you're going to roll this breech open, and your pellet just slides into the barrel. And now you release the safety and you're good to go. Now, it does take a while to get used to that process, but once you do, it's actually pretty cool. Now we're shooting red fire pellets today. I've not gone through all the pellet testing. We're going to do that after the expo because these are part of a batch of guns I got from Gamo that are for gateway air guns and other projects we're going to be working on. So we're just kind of doing our first demos here. I did take this iguana hunting, or one of these models iguana hunting, and it was awesome. So it does have enough juice to do that up close, but it is an up close gun. We're at 25 yards today, which I think is really at the outside edge of where I would hunt with this. Target shooting, tin cans, plinking, that stuff, knock yourself out. But for hunting and you need to hit that 1-inch kill zone, I would probably bring it into 20 yards personally. But let's shoot it at 25 because that's where our chicken is set up. Let's go ahead and take a shot here. A little high. 543. Okay, so as I said, not on the big power thing. That's 10.1 foot-pounds. So that kind of tells you where we're at here. That's why I would say this is more bring it in closer. Okay. 500. Okay, that's better. It's 11.8. Let's see, maybe that first shot was just a funky pellet. It does happen. There it is. 500. That's better. Okay, so that's over 11 foot-pounds. That's not a lot of power, right? But it is kind of like, I guess if you're European and you're in England or whatever, 12 foot-pound being your limit, it's kind of in that sort of class. This wasn't like make it for the US market. This was just what they have in the CFX. It's a very fun gun. It is pure spring too. So if you tuned it, you'd probably drop a little velocity, but you'd really smooth out the action a bit. It's one of the projects I want to kind of get to down the road after I've done my work with it. I want to take it apart and actually put a tune into it and see what the difference is. There it is.
567.
Okay. We'll do one more shot, and then I'll go paint that target, and then we'll grab the Shadow Elite. Okay, so there you go. I probably have so far total in this gun maybe 50 or 100 shots, so it's still kind of working in, but it's a super fun gun. It's a fun gun from my history, right? So when I first started Gamo, I had a bunch of Gamo guns. I always wanted the CFX. BSA actually made a version of this in a wood stock. They actually had this in a wood stock too. I think it was called the CFX Classic. That's going way back. That was a sweet gun. Anyway, I've always liked this. Again, it's not a powerhouse, but it is a very fun gun to shoot in the backyard. Steel targets, paper targets. You can pest with it. Just make good shot choices. Let me grab the Shadow Elite. We're going to go through that one. The Shadow Elite is an interesting animal here. So this gun reminds me so much of the old Whisper CSI. Now we're going way back to when I had my channel. I was back in South Carolina. So this is pre-2010. So that's how far that gun goes back. Gamo, I remember when Gamo came out with the Whisper, and it was like, wow, it's amazing, it's awesome. Now everybody does it, right? Sort of like with the Swarm system. Now everybody has to have a multi-shot break barrel. Gamo still, in my opinion, has the best action so far and the best mechanics so far for that. But anyway, they had the CSI, I think it was called. It was your Gamo Whisper. It was in camo. It was very cool. It had a different stock. This has almost like their Fusion stock with the thumb hole grip. It's chunky. I really like this gun. I like the adjustable cheek piece. I like the fact that it has open sights. I like the fact that the open sights actually can work because you can reduce this. You got proper sight alignment. You have the same with the CFX, by the way. I forgot to mention the open sights. Gamo does open sights really, really well on the guns where the stock actually lets you use them. That's another issue. But this is one of those guns that you can use open sights. And on the CFX, I didn't tell you about the scope. It comes bundled with a 4-power scope. Really, given the power, given the range, I would be shooting that. I'd use it with open sights. Frankly, I would really focus on that as an open sight gun. That's my opinion. All right, so I've got this gun. This is the Shadow Elite. It comes with a 3-9, Gamo's 3-9 by 40. And I'm gonna go paint that target and we'll take a few shots. We'll see what we're getting on the chronograph. I think this shoots a little bit harder. Not by a ton, but a little bit. I'm trying to remember if this is gas ram or, I don't remember. I can probably know when I shoot it. Yep, I guess we'll find out when I shoot it if I can tell. I want to say this has got their IGT in it, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. It will tell you what you can do though. You can go to their website and find out the details, which I should have done before I did this video. But anyway, let me go paint that target and I'll be right back. All right, so I got down there to paint that target. Flies. And other than the one shot that sort of drifted, I had 4 shots that were right around an inch. So I look for in an affordable gun, like affordable break barrel specifically, 25 yards, 1 inch is what I'm happy with. That's sort of my 2 thumbs up. I'm happy with the gun. So I need more trigger time, more practice. I haven't shot that gun in a while. I haven't really had any real time with it. So I think once I spend some more time with it, find the right pellet, I'm really excited to see what that gun's going to deliver long term. Now let's get to the Shadow Elite and do some pulling of the trigger. I'm running the True Ballistic chronograph. This thing's awesome. It's radar and not optical, which is super cool because under this cover, chronis don't work. I'd have to run illuminated sky screens and all that other stuff. It gives you a ton of really cool data that you don't get otherwise, which is nice. Let me see, do I want to just save this string just for giggles? Let me save it. And I'll do a new string. And we're still shooting the red fires, so we'll stick with those. It gives you estimate of what your range will be at multiple distances. So right now I've got it set to 25, 50, 75, and 100. And it'll also, through the app, it'll actually break that down what your holdover should be. And it's pretty doggone close. I've been super impressed with this thing. It's an expensive chronograph, but if this is a hobby, it's not utility, right? This is like a hobby. This is what you do for fun. You go out in your backyard and you love it. You're gonna love this chronograph. It's save your money, save your pennies, get a paper route extra, whatever you got to do. You're gonna really love this. Utah Airguns sent this out, and so thank you to them. They're one of our sponsors, both on GTA and for Airgun Expo. So thank you to those guys. All right, let's shoot some red fires. Let's see how she does. This is your traditional brake barrel. It's gas ram, I can tell you. I don't hear any spring noise in it. And the CFX has your traditional metal spring buzz to it. A little bit of tuna tube would make a difference there. Okay, I am set. My scope is like 5-ish, and we're aiming dead center of the chicken, and we are shooting at 25 yards. Same. Okay, so more. Yeah, this is 15 foot-pounds. For some reason, the way the CFX channels the power from the compression chamber to the barrel, it's either the spring is just it's European setup, or it just loses something in that translation. But this one shoots pretty good power. Let's see what we got here. There it is.
660.
So this is, I mean, you talk about bringing back memories. I mean, I'm going way back now, so what, 15 years-ish, I'm guessing. Yeah, 2009. So if we say 15 years or so, plus or minus one. And this just feels like I'm back with an old friend. I need a little more trigger time. This gun is super light too. It's just really light, easy to cock, super quiet. Just a fun gun.
658.
This one is going to be one of those guns that once you get the technique down and you mastered it and you can repeat it, it's really going to reward you. Oh, it's so much fun. I'm going to shoot one more. It's another one that I haven't done any work with. This is like the first time I've actually shot it and measured like any sort of consistency with it. So I don't think I even have 25 shots to this gun yet. So these are really raw, like right out of the box kind of shots. So I'm still going to be doing the full review, pellet testing, all that kind of fun stuff. But this is just to see what could we get. Yeah. I mean, this is right at almost 15 foot-pounds, so 14.9 foot-pounds. You're going to get better at sea level. So again, we're 4,600 feet. It does take some of the velocity right off the top. So you're going to get less out of a brake barrel, Springer, any gun that has a compression chamber that uses ambient air. The air's thinner. It's not going to push as hard. So just part of the equation. But down at sea level, these will definitely perform a little bit better on the velocity side. Well, we hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like to know more about anything that you guys are seeing in our videos or on the live broadcast, please be sure to check out our website, theairgunexpo.com. Click on the sponsor's logo, and you'll jump right to their page. You'll have all kinds of cool information, and you can even reach out to them right there on the page. Guys, that's going to be it for now. My name's Rick with AirgunWeb. Thanks for watching.